Hi, Invite family. In this video, we're talking about referrals. What are referrals? It's a fantastic question. If you're going to pass a referral, you need to know what it is. And ultimately, it's nothing more than a recommendation. To give an example, I might have a friend named Jim, who is a real estate agent, and another friend named Tim. Now, Tim is looking for a house. So what happens when Tim tells me, hey, I'm actually thinking of buying a house? Well, I might go, really? I actually have a friend named Jim, and this guy is really good at getting people quality housing. Would you be opposed if I put you guys in contact and see if it's a good fit for you guys? That would be an example of a referral. A referral is any time that you talk another person up. In fact, there's actually several different types of referrals. We'll talk about those shortly. But before we do, we're going to talk about something more important, which is the type of relationship that you can have with people to actually generate referrals. Because there's two elements to this. There's one, which is, hey, how do I actually speak to somebody? How do I actually listen for it, hear for a referral opportunity? And number two, what type of relationships can I have with people who I can refer? So let's start with the relationships, because different types of relationships are best referred in different ways, as you'll find out. So ultimately, there are three types of referral relationships. The first one is called the power partner. This is when you build a relationship with a person who is in a similar industry to you. So whenever you, let's say, are doing your business, you might hear from your clients a need for a similar service to yours, right? So an example is if I was a real estate agent, right? Maybe when the house is being sold, somebody needs to move the junk out of the house, right? Maybe they need to clean it up. Maybe they need to move their stuff into a new house. Whatever the case might be, there might be an opportunity for a mover and a junk remover to be a part of that relationship, right? Because now if they're moving houses, they need those services. Super important. So now I can refer those people. So that's one type of relationship that can lead to a referral. The next type, which is really interesting, is what is called the referring power partners relationship. This is where you meet somebody who is a business owner or somebody who does some type of professional service, where they meet a lot of different professionals. And these people can actually refer you power partners. So they're not referring you business, but they're actually referring you people who would be ideal partners to work with to get more referrals, right? So this is actually an interesting thing. It's an interesting type of relationship people don't notice. And then actually a different type of referral as well, because you're not referring business, you're referring a power partner. Kind of interesting. Now you have the final one, which is something you can do with anybody, which is if you have friends, if you have family, or if it's other professionals that are part of a networking group with you, they can actually listen for people's needs and then match you up, just like in the example I gave a moment ago, right at the beginning of this video. So those are kind of the three types of relationships. Power partners, somebody who refers you power partners, and people who just refer you business based on when they hear the opportunity. The last type is going to give you the least amount of progress in the sense that you will not get referrals from them all the time, but you may consistently get one or two referrals from them over long periods of time consistently. So keep that in mind. So all of that plays into the system. So with that in mind, let's move on and learn more about referrals.